Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Michael with Real World Electric, and right now I'm sitting inside my 2022 Nissan Leaf Plus, and I'm about to perform my 75 mile per hour highway range test. Now, this range test will be from a 90% battery to 10% battery. I don't want to charge past 90% battery because it's not very good for the battery. On a normal road trip, I probably would. But in this case, we're gonna stay at 90%. And I don't wanna go below 10% battery because once again, it's not that good for the battery. And if you were on a road trip, you would wanna hit your first charging station at about 10%, not any lower than 10%, because what if that charging station is full, or what if it's not working? You want to make sure you have enough battery to get to the next charging station. So I'm already in eco mode and the AC will be on for this highway range test. I'm about a mile from the 405, but the actual testing will be done a few miles down in Southern California on the IH5. I'm currently in Costa Mesa, California at an EVgo charging station. But stay tuned after the highway range test because you'll see some acceleration runs to see how fast this Leaf hits 60 miles per hour. So we're about to head off and we'll see what happens. I'll check in with y'all at about 60% battery. So one more thing before we start. The battery is currently at 90% and I'm about to hit the highway. My range indicator says 223 miles, but that's inaccurate for two reasons. One, I'm stopping at 10% battery, and two, the computer doesn't know that I'm gonna be driving on all highway. So we'll see how many miles it goes. I'm guessing from 90 to 10%, I'll go about maybe 180 miles around there, but we'll see what happens. See you guys soon. Okay, so we are at 60% battery. We've driven from 90% battery to 60% battery. And I have gone 69 miles, which is pretty good. And I am currently averaging 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, which is pretty good for highway driving. I normally do about 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour when I'm driving around the city. Now, one thing I forgot to mention earlier was that the temperature is 91 degrees, currently 91 degrees, which is good. EVs like warm weather. And so far, traffic's been pretty good. My loop is about 16 miles, and roughly about 2 of those miles, traffic gets a little rough, but I've been going 75 miles per hour most of the way. So I'm guessing by the time I hit 10% battery, it'll be between 160 and 170 miles, but we'll see. Who knows? So I will check back in with you all at 30% battery. Hey guys, what's up again? So we are at 30% battery. I have driven 126 miles. Now that's from 90% to 30%. So once again, 126 miles. We are averaging still 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. And it's still 91 degrees and traffic has been pretty good. You know, I slow down to about 50 or 60 every now and then, but I'm mostly still going 75 miles per hour. Now, I only have 20% more battery until 10%. So I'm guessing by the time I hit 10%, we will have driven about 165 miles. Let's see if I'm right. So I will see you all again at 10% battery. The highway range test is over. I drove from a 90% to 10% battery. I drove a total of 169 miles. Now, if you do the math for a full battery, it would have been about 212 miles. Now that's pretty good considering that the EPA estimate for this particular Leaf is 226 miles, but that's mixed city and highway driving. So 212 miles is pretty good. Now I got a similar result with a 2021 Bolt EV doing the exact highway range test. So now I'm about to charge up at this EVgo station right behind me, and coming up next are some acceleration runs. So stay tuned. So before we get to the 0-60 runs, there's one more thing I want to say about range. I currently write for Edmunds.com, and Edmunds has tested almost every single EV there is in the market. And besides their regular review, they also do range tests as well. And their range tests are on a full charge, but it's not a highway only range test like I just did. Their range test is city and highway. So when they tested the Nissan Leaf with the larger battery pack, it went 237 miles. So that gives you an idea of what a Leaf could do in both city and highway driving. Now, I put a link in the description down below, and that link will take you to Edmunds EV rankings, the range rankings. And it's a long list of EVs and all of the range test results. It's really cool. You should definitely check it out. So yeah, so up next is some 0-60 runs. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm at the spot where I do my 0-60 runs, but I can't do them. It's raining right now. Well, actually, it just stopped raining, but the street is still soaked and it won't dry for a few hours, and by then the sun will be down. So I have no choice but to postpone these 0-60 runs until tomorrow. And which is very bizarre because it never rains here in Southern California. But oh well, so until tomorrow, see you then. Okay, so it's tomorrow and I'm at the same spot I was yesterday, but it's not raining today. So before I start, I just want to mention that I'm doing this at 71% battery. Now, when manufacturers or car websites or magazines test the acceleration of EVs, they usually do it at a full state of charge or at a very high state of charge for maximum performance. Now, I won't be doing that. I'm doing it at 71%. And this is because it's real world testing. Now, most people don't drive at a high state of charge, so I'm doing this, you know, at a normal state of charge. Could it go a little bit faster at a higher state of charge? It's possible, and if it is quicker, it's not by much though. All right, so I'll be doing 2 runs, 260. The first one will be in normal mode, and the second one will be in eco mode. There is no sport mode in the Leaf. All right, let's do this. So I'm in a commercial area. It's right before sunset. Everything's closed. There's no traffic around me, so it's a great time to do this. I'm thinking the Leaf will hit 60 in 7.4 seconds. I've never done this before, so I have no idea. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in normal mode, the Leaf did it in 6.82 seconds. It's quicker than I thought it would be, not too bad. So let's do it in eco mode now. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it did it in, let's see, 7.22 seconds in eco mode, about 0.4 seconds slower, so that's still pretty quick. When compared to a comparable gas vehicle, it's definitely quicker. A comparable gas vehicle will probably do it in maybe about 9 seconds or so. So yeah, the Leaf is pretty quick for a cheap EV. Okay, so that wraps up this video. Sorry if it's a little dark, the sun's down and I have this interior light which I hope is helping. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching, and please consider subscribing and liking this video. It helps out my channel a lot. So please stay tuned for the next video. The next video will be about charging my Nissan Leaf. Stay tuned, and thanks again.